Welcome to the first build of my mooshroom biome, a village that's inspired by the show Amphibia. As you probably could tell in both the title and if you're familiar with the show and watched and recognized in the time lapse. This is not obviously a one-for-one creation. It's going to take its own inspirations. It's going to take its own twists. But when I saw the big mushrooms and I was thinking about how I wanted to take this village and where I wanted to take it, I was thinking about what I was going to make these houses, and I thought about the mushroom houses in Amphibia, and I was thinking about these big mushrooms in the mooshroom biome, and it kind of made me think of making mushroom houses for the villagers. And then I was thinking about the aesthetic of Wartwood and other Amphibia houses, and kind of made my own style, but I also wanted to sort of pay homage to it. So I have the little stone huts, and I do have some of the buildings there, like the grub and go loggles back there, and even Stumpy's, but it's not actually going to be Stumpy's. It's going to be Furburnt Barbecue Berry, who's going to be living in here. Now I just need to terraform this place, though. I'll need to put a ground in here. That's why everything's still one layer up with the wool. The ground is actually going to be on this level, and I just need to put like a town center in here and lay it out all around here, and then I'll need to put some interiors in here before I actually start moving in the villagers, and then I can actually start breeding up more villagers and actually have more people to trade with. But I really love that show, and I can't wait to expand this some more. I don't know if I'll expand the villagers more or expand the village some more, and I don't think all of this place will look exactly like Amphibia, but I figured this was a nice little starting point for this place, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. On to the terraforming. I just stop while in the midst of terraforming and letting the grass grow so I can work on some more terraforming after I built the statue, and this thing is lifeless, and I wasn't sure how I wanted to improve it some more, but it looks like a totem of undying, and I'm kind of into it. In the most hilarious way possible. I may just leave it this way. Yeah, it's kind of like a golem, like a villager like stone golem, and I'm kind of loving it in the most terrible way possible. I may improve it slowly over time, but I kind of just, it's kind of like the villagers made it, and I love it. I just genuinely love it. It's mine, and I'm gonna protect it. Oh God, what have I done? This wasn't even the one that I built on a test world. It was smaller, but as I worked on it, I needed it to be a little bit bigger so I could put eyes on it that are made out of emeralds. Ugh, I should get back to working on this. I'm gonna let the grass grow, and then I'm gonna continue the terraforming. I need the grass to grow into here so I can protect it a little bit more from the mycelium. To work for me, I guess. The village terraforming is mostly done. I've added in these mushroom lights that are pretty cool. Just use a fence post, some warped stem, or the warped bit that I'm forgetting the name of, and the shroom lights. And it adds kind of a cool bit of lighting to it. It's kind of what it looks like underneath. And so the terraforming is mostly done. I've also moved the villagers into their homes. I should have moved them into their homes after I did the interior, but it was a decision I made. Now I just need to make the interior. Some of these buildings I'm going to make it so that I can move more villagers in. Some I'm going to make it so it's not going to be as easy to move them in afterwards. But I'm still trying to figure this out as I move along. I'm not going to record me doing the interiors, mostly to the fact that this is going to be a process and it's not as easy to do a time lapse of interiors, and I'm going to noodle with it on and off over time for a little bit, but I'm liking how this is coming out. I may do a little bit of the exterior work as well, and plus I'd rather you guys get a little bit more surprised when I finally bring this in for the final sweep of how this place looks. So hopefully by the time I bring you in for one more shot, unless there's something I really want to show you guys, the village will be done. And I'm excited to show you the village almost done. See ya in a sec. And it's done, minus a couple small flavor texts here and there. It's pretty much done. I have a couple houses that are empty, but I haven't decided what I want to do with them. But I have things like librarians in here. I didn't show them in sort of like the overview because their house isn't too much special. They're actually going to be getting a better library in the future, so they're kind of in a temporary holding spot. But I have things like the masons in here, and there's a lot of other nice houses. I didn't move in new villagers yet, and that's going to be in the future. I may actually put in an underground rail track for it to be easier for me to just pop them up and put them in. But things I'm planning on doing in the near future are going to be things like putting in the signs up here. And if you have suggestions of how I can put the signs in for Burnt Barbecue Berries, or what was the grub and go, or how this mart is going to be for this village, feel free to let me know down in the comments below any ideas while I'm thinking about it. I also have things like the forge over here that they didn't really show well in the time lapse, but I have a little forge down here, and I have these guys over here, but I gave myself plenty of space to bring in plenty more villagers, which I plan on doing, because these guys I use a lot for my armor and tools and for trading iron. Loggles is pretty barren right now. I have just some tables and some shelves. I haven't figured out how I'm gonna work with the interior of it yet and how I'm gonna decorate it, but I am planning on bringing in a leather worker because I kind of feel like that would look best with here, but that's sort of the look of here. And I have my shepherd over here. And I may bring in some more shepherds to live in here, but if it gets too crowded, I do have a few open houses, and I always can expand outwards and make some more houses, which I may do in the future. I have my cleric in here, and I have some more room in here for some more clerics if I want. But yeah, as I said, this place has plenty of room for expansion. I will work on sort of more space over there. I haven't decided if I'm either going to terraform that up or if I'm going to work on flattening it some more and expanding more that way. I'm still trying to decide on how I want to do that. But yeah, so this is the village. Like I said, it's inspired, but not one for one of Amphibia. So yeah, this is sort of the village. It's meant to be more of like an homage to it. Take inspiration from it and be its own thing. Have the inspiration of the mushrooms, the trees coming out of the houses, but then it's going to go its own direction. It's going to be its own thing. And I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. But if you enjoyed this video, if you liked seeing what I did, feel free to subscribe. I have some awesome plans for this village. I'm looking forward to doing some more awesome things with it. And if you really like this video, please go ahead and like it. I put a lot of work into this video. And if you want to see more or you want to be notified when more videos like this come out, feel free to hit the notification bell so you're notified when they're coming out. But see you guys later, and remember, when you're in the digital trails, watch out for digital bears. See you guys in the next video. Bye for now.